Welcome to the Keaney Blue Chronicles,
where we take you inside URI athletics.
From football to rowing
to coaches,
players, and everything in between. We got you covered here
on the Keaney Blue Chronicles.
Go Rhodey!
The Keaney Blue Chronicles brought to you by the Muse Tavern in Wakefield, 69 beers on tap. And by Dave's Market, your hometown supermarkets. And by Lila Delman Real Estate. Lila Delman with everything from rentals to $1 million waterfront properties available. That's at Lila Delman Real Estate.
This gym that we're sitting in has been called home by countless URI students and fans.
And while this environment is as welcoming as ever, sometimes we can't forget where we were before we were here. Dwayne Scott, a football player from the Bronx, didn't come to URI just to play football. He was also seeking a new place to call home. I have all the details as to why this athlete left the Bronx and what he has found here in Rhode Island.
The Bronx is usually one of the rougher parts of New York. I'd say that it's very easy to get caught up in other things such as like gangs and things that take you away from what you should be focused on. I go home for a little bit when school's over, but then I come here mainly because I feel like once you become a college student and you get really involved in what's going on campus, that a lot of time when you go home, there's not much for you besides family. You may have, a few friends here and there, but besides my immediate family and a couple coaches that I train with in my step-and-act family, there's not really much for me. I always had a drawing to football movies. The fun they looked they were having, the team camaraderie that guys had, it just looked like a bunch of guys having fun, just being physical, and it really drew me to the sport, and it really molded me to the man I am today. I'm not the tallest guy out there, so center seems to be a great fit for me, so that's where I ended up now. The URI felt like home. Like I felt welcomed here, and I felt like it was a great group of guys that I got along with here from the tri-state area, and it seemed like a bunch of guys that had the same goal as I did. That was coming here to change the history of this place, what's been going on, and I'm glad I came here.
From the Bronx, New York, Dwayne continues his journey here in Kingston, Rhode Island. He's been a leader on the team and made his mark on URI football.
Coming all the way from the Bronx is certainly a culture change, but another continent, that's a different story.
URI men's soccer coach Gareth Elliott hails from the land of leprechauns.
But I find out why he's more than just an Irishman coaching on foreign soil.
At face value, URI's men's soccer team has had an amazing season. But who's behind the scenes that helps keep the team encouraged and determined? Coach and former alum Gareth Elliott gave me an inside look on his life and where the team's success comes from.
I think that a lot of success of anything comes down to hard work and discipline, and I like to think of myself as a hard working, disciplined person, and I think our team is hard working and disciplined as well.
And it definitely shows. The Rams ended their regular season winning 12 out of their 16 games. But besides their obvious athleticism, Coach Elliott loves watching his team grow as students.
Some of our most recent graduates, one just earned a fully paid for 2-year master's program in finance here at URI. Another one who came from South Africa just got a fully paid for 2-year master's at Wake Forest in biomechanics. So to see stories like that and see people succeed in life, obviously we've had some players that have went on to play professionally, and that's great as well, and to celebrate their success and team success. But I think I really enjoy getting to be around young guys every day and work with them and develop them. I feel like in a way it keeps you young as well.
Coach Elliott definitely keeps the same youthful spirit he had when he came from Belfast, Ireland in 1998.
I was playing club soccer back home, and I got offered an opportunity to go to America on a college soccer scholarship, and I thought that would be pretty neat, where I could balance both the academics and athletics. So came to Rhode Island back in 1998. Obviously culturally it was a whole new experience, which was something that was exciting but nerve-wracking at the same time. But I think just to try something new and really be able to balance the academics and athletics at a high level.
When asked what advice he'd give himself, Coach Elliott just says to stay relaxed.
Try to stay calm and not get too excited. It's very easy when you're a coach initially or a head coach is to try to get too involved and try to say too much. I think sometimes the less said is better. So try to just not get too excited. Try to keep control of your emotions, and we're all competitive people in the coaching world and we all want to be successful, but trying not to get in the way of being successful.
Elliot's cool, calm, and collected demeanor has shown that you can make big things happen by believing in yourself and in your squad.
The URI men's soccer team won the Atlantic 10 championship and made it all the way to the NCAA tournament.
URI is notorious for recruiting the best of the best from all over the world.
So we were excited to find out that one of our international soccer players isn't only good at one sport, but one you'd never expect.
Ryan Sullivan has the story.
And on defense, a junior from Mosfelber, Iceland, number 21, 80s Embla Ludvigsdottir.
Mastering one sport is tough. Mastering 2 sports is even harder. But mastering 3 sports is absolutely incredible. URI's 80s Ludvigsdottir, a junior on the women's soccer team, has mastered 3 sports up to this point in her life. A gymnast in her native Iceland, by way of trampolining and dance. A goalkeeper by way of handball. And a defender on the URI women's soccer team.
I did gymnastics for like 10 years. So I started when I was 5 years old and I stopped when I was 15. It's really hard. You have to, I didn't do anything else but school and sports when I was younger.
80s competed in her native Iceland both in the trampolining and the dance portions of gymnastics. Her club team would go on to win a national title. After mastering gymnastics, Ludvigsdottir turned her attention to a sport rarely played in the US, handball.
Handball is really big in Iceland. So soccer and handball are the 2 biggest sports in Iceland. So everyone in soccer was also in handball.
While 80s has always been a good athlete, her passion has long been soccer. A fact not lost on URI women's soccer head coach Megan Jesse.
She's one of our more hardworking players on the team, obviously coming from Iceland. Although different or same sport, obviously approached a little bit differently in Iceland. So probably a little bit more sophistication in terms of her being able to read the game and stuff than some of our American players. So she does bring that element, which is great. She's been a pretty versatile defensive player for us, whether it's in the holding in the midfield or whether it's on the back line.
From a young age, Ludvigsdottir knew that playing soccer in the United States was one of her goals. Now, at the University of Rhode Island, she gets to live out that dream.
When I was 10 years old, my dad told me about going to college in the US and you can play soccer. So when I was really young, 10 years old, I decided that I'm gonna do that. I really want to do that.
Still to come, we tell the stories of 2 URI head coaches. One came here with history and another came here to make history.
Plus, we talked to former U.S. military veterans about their journey back to school and back to baseball.
And coming up, we have the secret behind URI football's first winning season since 2001. We'll be right back on the Keaney Blue Chronicles.
Since 1969, when Dave Cesario decided he was going to open a fruit stand where he could sell fruit and produce to the local people in Warwick, Rhode Island, called Dave's Fruitland, to today, when Dave's Marketplace has an outstanding reputation for quality products and superior customer service. The journey has been rewarding. Throughout the years, Dave's Marketplace has shown continued growth in both number of employees and sales. Congratulations!